Okay, hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going over how to edit faster on console, PC, basically any platform. I won't really be going over any mobile settings because I can't really access them right now. Okay, so let's get straight into the video. Alright, so first you're going to want to have comfortable sensitivity. For me, I have 20.1. X and Y mouse, and then 74.6 targeting sense. Okay, so after you find a comfortable sensitivity for yourself, so basically after you find a comfortable sensitivity, make sure you have a good edit bind. For me, for most people, a good one would be F. Whatever you have is okay as long as you can click pretty fast, so then it's pretty close to W. Sorry I'm pulling on my settings a lot. I'm trying to find a good sense for a good FPS for recording, so my game ain't choppy. Okay, so as you can see, I have pretty low ping. I don't have 0, but I don't have very high ping, obviously. That's not something that I always get though. I have pretty bad Wi-Fi and I live in an apartment. So, I'd recommend, phone controller, I'd recommend phase sway and pretty low dead zones. And for actual controller settings, left stick edit, and then like R2 select, or like right trigger select, and then right bumper reset, and LT or left trigger confirm, and then have crouch as right stick or A if you're like BH reload. And I'd recommend custom settings if anything. And then here are my keybinds for editing. You guys can copy any building and anything you want as well. So, putting it as F, and I have scroll wheel. So, after you do scroll wheel and whatever your comfortable bind is, I recommend having a button that's like under that key, or for controller, it doesn't really matter. This is just for keyboard players. So, select building edit, something under your edit bind or to the right or the left of your edit bind. I recommend to the right or under, or above. So you could basically do this. Spam those two buttons. For me, it's F and G. I sort of have my keyboard sideways when I do it. That's what it looks like. I still haven't got it down perfectly yet. So, yeah. I wouldn't recommend quad binds if you're a new player. Even if you're like a veteran player as well. Especially if you're playing a pub game, quad binds are one of the worst things to have. Because some people can't even really edit very fast with them. And also, you're gonna have to remove your ADS button. So, I definitely wouldn't recommend it. And then, here are some other tips that I can give you. Completely low graphics, no motion blur. And try to up 10. And then we're gonna go here. I'd recommend confirm edit on release, or if you're not on controller, and if you're on keyboard, can trim it on release, definitely. HUD options don't really matter. And then here my sensitivity. And then face sways, good. Okay, so here's the other tip that really matters. Go down to the bottom of your game settings, and then go to record replays, all of these off. And then you'll get a lot less input delay when editing. And also that goes with motion blur off. And make sure this is, even if you don't hold something to use your edit, have that at 0.100, even if you're on keyboard and you don't even have controller. Still do that and it'll lower input delay. I recommend the boost ramp time or anything like that. With dampening, I recommend that just 0 and it'll give you pretty good aim as well. And those are most of the tips that I have, and then I'll just show you for the rest of the video some other clips. Okay. I'm obviously a bot. There's an invisible cone for you. My 20th attempt on trying to make an invis ramp.